Hi, I'm Victoria Ballou. Thank you for trusting your intuition to choose a stack of cards to see the message, especially for you today. I want you to understand that your intuition is a lot like your subconscious mind, and it is such a subtle energy that brings you to a greater understanding of who you authentically are. And by listening to your intuition, you will go so much further down the road in attaining all of the goals that you strive to reach in this life. So, which stack of cards are you going to choose today? Will it be Vesta, my warrior priestess, who represents knowledge, intellect, and courage? Or is it underneath this beautiful shell that has been fossilized millions of years ago and represents permanence and growth and the constant attainment of knowledge? Or is it under the obelisk, this beautiful quartz obelisk that radiates the most amazing power? I wish you could feel it. That represents endurance, strength, power. Which stack of cards resonates with you right now? Choose. Trust your intuition and choose. And let's take a look at the message that you need to hear today. We'll start with Vesta. We'll scoot her over on my Chartres labyrinth here. Someone asked me, by the way, what the Chartres labyrinth meant to me. And I have to say that it's something that I noticed in a magazine when I was about 12 years old. It was a National Geographic magazine, and it resonated with me. The whole Chartres Cathedral, which is just outside of Paris, France. And it's this amazing cathedral, one of the most perfect remaining pieces of Gothic, high Gothic architecture. That's stained glass, which is extraordinary. But more than that, it is the labyrinth, which resonates with me. It's actually a cornerstone in my urban fantasy series, The Tarot Legacies, which you can get on Amazon if you're interested in that. And Vesta, by the way, is my main character in that series. So I hope that answers your question. Now, let's take a look at the first stack of cards that we have here. The first card that we'll look at is the overview. And this is your energy from a very broad standpoint that you're resonating right now in this moment. So let's take a look and see what it is. How fabulous. It's the Six of Discs, and it's called nothing less than success here. This resonates, this number 6 resonates with stability, permanence, with this ability to have a foundation, a very strong foundation. Then, of course, you have the name Success card. That is what it's called here in the Thoth deck. So right now you are feeling rather successful, and whether it's about something in general or about something in particular, this is a very successful day for you. This is really feeling good. We're going to see if this is a broad feeling or if this is pertaining to something specific, because we'll take a look at the challenge card. But congratulations just for feeling this aura of success today, because anytime we feel this way, it really puts us in an energetic state where we feel motivated, where we can easily move forward when we have this energy working for us. So let's tune into the challenge card. Let's see what that is, because we always have a challenge energy, even when we have something like the success card here with us. So we have the Page of Cups. This is very interesting for you because the Page of Cups is always, this is a very emotional card, right? Focused on love, focused on being loved and loving. Now, to have it with the Six of Discs, success, this is saying that even though you're feeling this success, in one way, and of course discs always represents a material aspect or a physical aspect that is in our life, and the Prince of Cups is emotion. There's something emotionally that feels out of alignment, out of balance here. Now I have to say that the Prince of Cups when ill-dignified, when we're not dealing with the highest aspects of this card. It can mean that you could be feeling a little unsure of yourself, or perhaps a little flighty about your emotions, a little duplicitous in terms of whether you're really committed to something or not. So is this related to the feeling of success that you're resonating with? Let's take a look at your course of action called for card and see what we're looking at here. You have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands represents your spiritual nature, represents that higher aspect of your nature. Queen of Wands is all about confidence and self-knowledge. This is your course of action called for. So this is counteracting, in effect, the energy of the Prince of Cups. And the reason that it's doing this is because it is saying the Prince of Cups energy is, like I said earlier, it's a little duplicitous. It's a little flighty. It's a little unreliable here as your challenge card. And this is, the Queen of Wands has come in to bring back the balance, to bring back that self-knowledge of yours, to allow you to regain what you need in order to resonate with this Six of Discs success energy even more powerfully. So here's the message that is coming through loud and clear with these three cards. You are feeling in a wonderful place right now in a general sense, but there's something emotionally that is still off balance. That means that physically, materially, there's success that you understand what I'm talking about right now, but emotionally, there's something that is feeling not quite there. You're either giving your love to someone and it's not being returned, or someone is loving you and you're not quite ready to make this commitment, and you're kind of moving back and forth on the way that you handle this situation. This Queen of Wands energy is saying, yeah, you need to pull this energy together, get really clear within yourself, look into your own nature, and really trust your authentic self to move forward here, and not allow yourself to be in this emotional limbo. That is what this message is. Now, from a dream symbol standpoint, what I would expect that you are dreaming right now is you're probably in a house. Houses represent states of our mind. The higher you are in a house, the higher your state of dreaming, your subconscious or superconscious mind. If you're in the attic, you're probably in your superconscious mind as you're dreaming. But this is talking about, I would guess that right now you are dreaming about being in a house, and very much you could be climbing stairs, and you could be going up and down these stairs, or going from room to room and not maybe recognizing where you are within the rooms or within the floors of the house. This represents this ambivalence that you're feeling emotionally, because this is what always comes through in our dreams, what our subconscious is really dealing with. And if we can decode our dreams, we can put into action in our conscious lives what we know we need to do in order to move forward to have our feet on our path of living at our highest potential. So that's what I would guess that you're dreaming about. Enjoy this success that you're feeling right now, but do address this emotional instability that you're working with, that you're having, also creep in. It has to be related somehow. Think about what that is and bring your higher nature in, and really use your spiritual higher self to help align yourself and bring that emotional instability into a stable place. And then that dream will disappear of not knowing what room you're in, and it's going to make life better for you in your conscious waking life. Okay, let's take a look at the second stack of cards underneath this beautiful fossilized shell. The first card we're going to look at is your overview card, your energy from a very broad standpoint right now. Here it is. Let's take a look. All right, so you have the Ten of Swords. It's called Ruin in the Thoth deck, but I don't want you to panic by seeing this. Actually, you probably already are aware of something not going right in your life. This could be something very broad. It could be something very minor, but it's nevertheless something that you are aware of. And if you're not aware of it just this moment, then think about it, because it could be something that has been nagging at you, that feels like it has not succeeded, that you're in a state of ruin with it. Now, I have to say that ruin, it moves more, the energy moves also more from ruin into a sense of anxiety, a sense of panic. It can resonate with the fear that you're just going insane about something. I mean, that's at its peak, right? That's at its highest level. But what you need to also recognize is, being the number 10, this is the completion stage, right? This means that if you can move through this energy, you get to reset and everything begins new again. And this is all the challenge that you have here. Now, let's take a look at your challenge card. Well, I'm not surprised to see this. It's the Princess of Swords. This is all about gaining clarity. And by the way, she's a rebel. This is rebel energy. So it can represent you very much in terms of the way that you go about gaining clarity right now. But clarity is indeed what you need to gain. And it is going to come to you probably in a way that is not traditional. And when you receive it, others may question the way that the motive of your clarity, the way that you found it, or the way that you're going to pursue it. Because again, this is representing energy that is moving in a different way from what other people might judge to be the best way. It doesn't matter though. You're going to work with this energy the way that you see fit. And that's exactly what you need to do. That's what the Princess of Swords is all about, because indeed she does gain a lot of clarity here. She knows how to move forward, and she is going to move forward from this point forward. So with that challenge that you need to address of gaining this clarity, let's see what your course of action called for is. Yeah, so, you have the Seven of Wands. It's called Valor. Wands always represent a spiritual aspect of ourselves. It's that higher aspect. And Valor resonates with a moral compass, resonates with the courage that it takes to do things that are maybe not so easy in your life, but doing them because it's right, because it fits with your moral code or the code that you live by. That's your course of action called for here. So when we look at all three of these cards, we see that you're in a place where intellectually, because of course that's always what swords represents, is your intellect. We see that intellectually you are in a spot where you just feel like you have reached your limit on something and that's not working, and that it's actually making you kind of crazy on this. But, you're looking at your challenge card here, which is clear that the problem is that you don't have any clarity on the situation, and you really need to gain the clarity. And it's going to come to you in a way that may not be in a traditional means, but your challenge is to gain this clarity and to do it as soon as possible, because you need to put into action. The way you're going to gain this clarity is to put into action this idea of valor. Tune into your moral compass. Tune into your code of ethics. Tune into that which is you, as you want to be characterized in your life, in the eyes of your friends and the eyes of the world. That's the action that you need to take right now in order to deal with this dilemma, in order to deal with this aspect of feeling ruin, of feeling like you've reached your limit, right? It's to bring in that character, and that character aspect comes through by gaining a lot of clarity. And in this moment, that's the only way to do it. That's exactly what you need to do now. From a dreaming standpoint, I would think that you are probably on a road, either on foot or it could be in a car, and you're working from the aspect of not being able to see very clearly or travel this road very clearly. You know, when we're on roads, this is our path that we're on right now. That's symbolically what it represents. And so that's what you're dealing with right now. And maybe you've reached the end of a road and there's a roadblock there, or a big boulder, or some sort of obstacle which is keeping you from moving forward. That's what I bet you're dreaming about. So symbolically, that's what your subconscious is telling you is going on. It's resonating with what's going on in your conscious life. And it's actually giving you clues about the fact that you need to clear this roadblock. So I really hope you do. As long as you can gain the clarity in whatever way that you can, whether it's by a traditional way or however, that's what you need to focus on and do right now. Now, on to stack number 3, underneath the obelisk. Let's take a look at your overview card, which is your energy from a broad standpoint right now. It could be something that you recognize instantly, or it could be something that is more subtle, but nevertheless you're resonating with. This is really important to understand. That's why we tune in with our intuition and allow the subconscious energies to come through in the cards. So let's see what your overview is. How lovely. You have the sun. This beautiful, bright energy always resonates with success, with happiness. But notice also you have these 2 little cherubs here, which also represents teamwork. That's very much an aspect of what victory symbolizes, is teamwork and success. Usually it takes a team to create a big success, and that's what the sun energy is saying right now, is that you're resonating with this. And how fabulous for you. But we always have challenges. We're going to take a look at what our challenge is, just to see what we need to work on today. You have this 10 of Wands, oppression. You know, this is stress in your life. Your challenge, even though you have this amazing sun energy, you're still feeling stressed out by something. And maybe you've achieved a goal, but there is another goal or 2 or 3 beyond that needs your attention. And so maybe the sun is feeling this beautiful success energy, but then you're looking at the next goal you need to reach. Intuitively, that's what it feels like to me. You know, the 10 from a numerology standpoint is talking about the end of one stage where we can then begin another. Because if we reduce the number 10, 1 plus 0, it goes back to 1, which takes us back to the beginning. So that's what we're looking at here, is just saying that you need to move through this energy of feeling stressed out, of feeling the pressure from something. And certainly, you know, with the wands here, what this is saying to you is this is a pretty deep feeling of stress and pressure. It goes into some pretty some elements very close to what you find precious and treasure in your life. So this is big energy that's really stressing you out. So you have this dynamic of feeling the sun and all of its victory energy, but then you have that, you know, opposing balanced energy of stress. That's why we have the 3rd card, the course of action called for card, that's going to allow you to see how to move forward with this dynamic that you have going right now. So it's also the 10. It's the 10 of Cups, and it speaks about fulfillment, about feeling fulfilled. And so it's interesting that you have another 10 here, because this is, again, saying you've reached the limit here. Of course, this 10 of Cups speaks of complete satisfaction. And if we look at it in terms of the course of action called for, and up against this 10 of Wands energy, what this is saying as the action that you need to put into motion right now is you need to give yourself a break and allow this beautiful energy of the sun and the accomplishment that you have right now. You need to bask in it. You need to enjoy it. You need to give yourself a moment. Yes, I know you have other goals to make and to conquer, but for this moment, allow yourself to enjoy that beautiful radiating energy of success that you have. So I encourage you to do that, because on top of this energy of embracing the Sun card, this is going to really support what you do going forward from there and move you in terms of accomplishing your next goals. Because your energy, if it's very stressed out, that's what you're bringing in, is more of that stressful energy into you. Let it radiate, this victory radiate within you. Feel this satisfaction within you right now, and know that you're going to accomplish whatever is next for you in life. But do hit that pause button on feeling stressed out right now. So, from a dreaming standpoint, when you have all of this radiating, beautiful light that's coming in, but it's getting really constricted, I would think that you're probably dreaming of being in a very closed space. This could be something inside of a room, no doubt. But it could be inside of a box, but it's probably in a room. And it could be something like a bathroom, because when we dream of bathrooms, it speaks of purification, it speaks of elimination. And that's what needs to happen here, is you need to allow yourself to eliminate this stress, at least for a time being, to enjoy this sun energy. I bet that's what is going to be in your dreams right now. And once you embrace your victory energy, then this dream will go away, and you'll know that you have indeed dealt with what your subconscious was trying to tell you you need to deal with, because that's what our dreams do. Thank you for joining me today. I'm really delighted that you did. If you have more questions about tarot, dreams, astrology, or many other metaphysical subjects, I invite you to subscribe to my magazine. Astrologicmagazine.com is where you find my online magazine, and it's just this amazing salon of these incredible people who write articles every month about their area of expertise. And the October issue just came out. It's a phenomenal issue. I learn so much every single month from all the people who contribute. And as I said, it's healing on all sorts of levels. So I invite you to subscribe to my magazine and be part of this incredible community where we put ancient science into modern practice. And of course, you can always book a private one-on-one reading with me by going to victoriaballou.com, and we can investigate what's going on energetically with you via tarot, dream work. I also do numerology. So there's a lot that we can dig into and help you understand about where you are right now. Thanks so much for joining me.